Hello again, everyone. Welcome back. Well, today we are reviewing another new Viaje cigar. I told you they are one brand that keeps pumping them out, and that's okay with me. Today's choice is the Circa 45, and this is number 2, 6x54. There's your density. Now, this cigar was a European exclusive, but now it's available in the United States. It's a brand that owner Andre Farkas tributes to Cuba, with the packaging resembling the Cuban Punch brand, and the tobacco that they use in this, Farkas calls Cubanesque. The 45 is a nod to Partagas, which was established in Havana in 1845, and both Punch and Partagas are amongst Andre Farkas's favorite Cuban brands. Cigar comes in 3 sizes. Number 1 is 5x52. Number 2, today's choice, is 6x54. And number 3 is 5.5x56. They come in 25 count boxes and range from 12 to 1360 each, and all the tobacco used is grown by Aganorsa. That, ladies and gentlemen, is the long and the short of it. So let's get right to it. The new Viaje 45, number 2. This means nothing toward the review, but a 6x54 is my personal favorite size cigar. I just love it. Now, I have not moved that band. That's where they come, and it's really close to the cap. So I'm hoping I can negotiate that. Small thing, but I can work around it. Was that not a good sound? Okay. How's the draw, Tim? Well, it's very good. Thank you. You're welcome. All right, guys, let's do it. It's a cedary apple start. Has aspects of that. Brown sugar, cinnamon, a lot of an earthy, leathery nutmeg, and a very light black coffee base. Black pepper at 7. There is substantial sweetness to counteract those heavy, earthy, leathery nutmeg notes. And of the two, the leather and nutmeg, there's much more nutmeg, but it has leather aspects to it. So that's how we start, and it's not a bad start. A lot of nice sweetness, so a lot of dark notes. So let's see what we have by the first third. Here we are at the first third, and the flavors have really changed. The cigar has changed. There is a somewhat of a cedar beginning, and it's just there's a little brown sugar there. There's a little sweetness there, and maybe a touch of cinnamon, but then it's just a mountain avalanche of a very vegetable, sour type nutmeg and leather, with earthiness and the black coffee. There's absolutely no way you can not taste that very almost oily sour type flavor of that nutmeg. It's very much a plant based flavor. But somehow in this cigar, it sort of works because it's not offensive. Is that a word you want to use? The finish is a little cedar, quite a bit of that nutmeg. It's not so sour on the finish, but there is a nutmeg there, a little cedar, no nutmeg, maybe a touch of leather, and average or maybe below lingering black pepper. I would probably call the cigar medium to full now, and I don't know if it's going to change, but it's sort of that feel now and taste. But the cigar, with all those weird nutmeg flavors, sort of works. The first third, I'm rating 92. It's really not bad at all. It just sounds weird to describe it. So, can things settle down to more reasonable talking points in the second third? Let's find out. Well, in the second third. And the cigar is doing like a lot of them have lately. I'm removing the band here if you're wondering what I'm doing. It's uh, it's changing and not for the better. There is some semblance of cedar there, but well, the good news is that the sour part of the nutmeg is really decreased or pretty much gone away. But there's plenty of nutmeg left, little brown sugar, a lot of leatheriness, a lot of earthiness, and a lot of black coffee. The black coffee just really rose in the second third. The finish now is really coffee and nutmeg primarily, and an improved lingering black pepper. But the massive earthiness is really sliding downhill with me. 89 for the second third, and hopefully things turn around because it really started pretty good, even with that weird sour nutmeg flavor. It wasn't bad, but we're losing that. We're losing the sweetness. We're losing a lot of things. So at this stage, it's going definitely downhill for me. So I want to see what the final third brings, and we'll wrap it up. Well, we're down to the very end, so let's wrap it up. I gave it extra time, every chance I could. Here in the end, there is very little cedar. Mostly it's the nutmeg, and some of that sourness crept back in, but now you don't have any sweetness to go along with it. Leather, nutmeg, and black coffee. It is actually a low grade. Well, it's really a high grade medium to full, or a low grade full body. This it's right at the line, but it didn't change a lot in strength. It did change a lot in flavors. Finish is unchanged from the last segment. But the cigar started out okay, and it went progressively darker and downhill. But for me, but I had high hopes for it. I really wanted it to be good. It just did not deliver what I wanted it to. The final third, I would rate 87. Really kept going downhill, and it went further. So your overall score is 89.33. Of these two that came in together, the Oro and this Circle 45, I would take the Oro over this one, but this cigar did have its moments, just not enough of them. So there you have it. The new Viaje Circle 45 number 2, 89.33.